Hello, everybody. This is Jayton Gunter, owner of Grapes and Sand Publishing, and also author of Fruit and Glass: Wine Myths, Facts, and Opinions. Right now, this is our book talk section four. I've done one, two, and three, and now it's time for four. So, this is the book that I've written, Fruit and Glass, right here. And I basically, in my sections, I've been discussing why I wrote a book about wine, who I'm trying to market the book to, how you can do it yourself, just steps on how to do that. And thus far, it's been enjoyable. I had planned to do this as a speech at the International Culinary Institute, and I was not able to. Things came up, and so I decided, you know what, I'm just going to post it to my IG and to my IG stories, or not stories, I'm sorry, my IG channel, and then also to my YouTube channel. So at least you get the resources were out there for you guys to partake of. And, if you have any questions, feel free to hit me up. So, right now, just so you know what I'm sipping on, the Villa Carnide Alto Adige Chardonnay. Just trying a little bit of another option for Chardonnay. High elevation, northern Italy. Really interesting varietals out there in Alto Adige. So just trying that right now. But let's get back. Let's get down to business. So, in the last section, I was talking about what I'm going to be talking about for this section, and specifically what what I wanted to talk about was the things outside of, um, basically, the passion of writing it, figuring out what your audience is, um, setting up like kind of a chart and like pinpoint exactly the thing, like storylining it. Um, this section is specifically about whether you're going to put photos in your book or not. Um, Getting an editor, getting a photographer, getting an editor, getting a book designer, and then also some of the resources that I use to help me to finish the book. So, first of all, now not all books need photography. You know this. So if you're doing like a fiction, nonfiction, and you don't really need photos, like you can just write it. That's easy enough. You don't even need me to tell you what to do with that. But if you're looking for a photographer, there's a couple good options. Of course, you can always you always go online and look it up that way. Try to figure out who's. You could just Google photographer and you can find a lot of them. If you are strapped for money, a good way to do it is to go to your nearby college. Go to the photography, like I guess the place where the people who major in photography congregate. And then you can start talking to people and figuring out what they do. A lot of people there, they have side jobs of photography anyway. They're just going to school to kind of get the technical aspects of it. Maybe a lot of them are kind of working outside of school. So I recommend going there, checking out, figure out who's good, and then working with them and figuring out a way you can like not, because you may not have to pay them the full amount. You may be able to like work out something else. So that's what I would recommend. I got lucky. I had a couple friends that were in photography. And if you want that information, please message me. I can definitely direct you to some people that I think would do a really good job with your book as far as photography goes. Next thing would be designing the book. Actually, no, let's go editing first. No, let's go design. We'll do designing. So my brother had written a book called The Man Book. If you haven't gotten it, please check it out. It's really, really good. It's all about helping children on the path to adulthood. And specifically ones who do not have maybe a male in their life to help direct that path. It gives them keys and certain practices in order to um, develop right down that path to adulthood. So it's a really, really, really good book, really inspirational. And I talked to him, and he referred me to his designer. Now before that, I had tried other designers. I talked to other designers to figure out what their outlook was after I gave them my purpose of what I was trying to do. I was asking them what they how they saw it going, and not that I was disappointed, but I wasn't getting exactly to what I wanted to get to. And I talked to my brother's book designer, and she was wonderful. She did a really, really good job, And she's another person. If you guys are looking for a book designer, please get in touch with me. I can definitely give you her information. She's amazing. She will work with you. So that's another thing. Your book designer is very important. Editor is normally after all this is done. Editing is something that um, takes a long time to do. You may think it's an easy process because they're just reading and fixing certain things. No, it's a long process. Editing, um, you can always go on Craigslist and figure out an editor. There's also Fiverr. This is going to take me talking about Fiverr is going to take me into like a resource that I used a lot throughout the process of writing this book. Fiverr.com, Fiverr.com. Amazing, like, resource. If you're looking for an editor, that's a good way to go. I had another book edited through Fiverr, and it went really well. The guy was amazing, and he got it done. And he edited the whole book in probably about 2-3 weeks, and it didn't cost a lot of money at all. I think it was like $50 or something like that, $50-$60. Fiverr's amazing. They have basically Fiverr is jobs like editing, jobs like logos, things of that nature. Some of the pricing starts at $5 and goes all the way up depending on what you need. So Fiverr's amazing, and that's a good resource. So I recommend you looking into Fiverr, or again, I have another resource that I use for editing, and I don't know if he's available anymore, but if you decide that you want to get it edited, I will check in with him and see if he's available. I don't know if he's still doing this or not. But other than that, Fiverr's a good resource for you. After all that, though, then you got to figure out how you're going to get the book printed. Hard part is if you're dealing with printing companies in California, they tend to be very expensive. I was going through a lot of them, and I was like, wow, this is definitely not in my budget. It's really expensive. They charge you per page, and especially if you're trying to print in bulk, and you want photos there, it's crazy. If you don't want photos, maybe you can work out something. But like, if you want photos there, forget about it. And so what I ended up doing is I found out about this also through my brother. This website called Heidel Print. It's HEIDELPRINT, and it's .com. And that print site, they normally do magazines. But if you're looking to have a book full of photos and text, they will work with you. Yeah, this Heidel Print, it was amazing because of the price and also what it's quick turnaround too. It is coming from South Korea, so there is some cost to get it over here, but all in all, it's way less than what you'd be. It's like a quarter of what you'd be paying most companies in order to get your book printed that have photos. Again, they specialize in magazines normally, but and they do not do hardcovers. But if you're looking for a soft cover book and you want printed in bulk, that's the way to go. If you have any more questions about that, please feel free to hit me up. I would love to give you all the information I can to help you out on your journey to creating your own book. You know, your own brand, your own thing that allows people to understand what your dream is. So other than that, there's more to come in section 5. There's not a lot actually coming in section 5, but just to kind of tie up some loose ends, I'll be doing that soon. And till next time, cheers guys, man. I hope you guys are having a wonderful day just like I am. Peace.